My name is Chris Aalders. I am a paraplegic with a complete break at the T6 level. I live here in Fredericton, New Brunswick. Ideally, I'd say everyone would be interested in a universal design house. It got its origins from people with a disability needing accessibility adaptations to it, but a lot of the adaptations are just, they can be used for everyone. They're a lot more common. It's a house that would be able to kind of grow with you as you go from a young couple or from a young age right up through to being a senior. A lot of things are taken care of, so you wouldn't have to worry about changing the house up. I wouldn't say universal designs are just for people with disabilities. I mean, I live here with my two kids, my wife, and a lot of them are very glad that we have the changes because they enjoy the changes. It does make things easier for them. Just as a few examples, my counter heights are some different heights. A typical countertop is actually a little taller or a little higher for what my wife would prefer to chop, like doing the food prep. But I have it lowered for me, and that's actually the height that she prefers. Another thing is like I have a lift that takes me from my main floor down to the basement. And my wife actually likes to use it at Christmas time because all her stuff is down at storage. She throws it all on top of the lift and just comes up with it, so she doesn't have to worry about tripping on the stairs or falling. And my kids love the lift. If we're going downstairs, they won't go down the stairs like normally. They will wait for me. They will turn it on, they'll press the button, and it's their own amusement ride in the house. The only things that I'd want to change is the entranceway into the house. We did make it wider so that I could fit through and have our kids' stuff there. Unfortunately, the kids don't always put their boots or their school bags where they're supposed to be. So sometimes it'd be nicer if it was a little bit wider so I could always get around them. Universal designs, yes, they'll cost a little bit more. But I mean, over the whole price of a house, it's a very, very small fraction. Because, you know, houses still need the walls, they still need the floors. It's just the hallway's wider, so you might have a little bit more tiling or a little bit more flooring board that you're putting down. I mean, really, that's not that much. Cabinets, you have all the doors, you have all the countertops. It's just some of them are in different orientations. So you're using a lot of the same products. It's just they kind of get switched around, and you might have a little bit more. It makes it completely possible. If I didn't have these adaptations, all these features, I wouldn't be able to be doing what I am, staying home, taking care of the kids, taking care of the house, because I'd have to have people coming in to do like the housework. Right now it's all the stuff I can do. I mean, I might need my wife to change a few light bulbs and things like that, but for the most part, I can get around, I can be independent in my house by myself. And that is a great feeling. My advice for anyone that wants to implement some of these changes, talk to people who already have like a universal house so that you can go and you can see what they've done. You can see what maybe they'd want to improve, what they would change. A great thing for me was when I was at rehab, I had that opportunity because being in a wheelchair before my accident was completely foreign. We had no idea what we were going to get into. So we got to see this guy's house. It was a gorgeous house, and again, if you didn't know he was in a wheelchair when you went to his house, you wouldn't know he was in a wheelchair. And that's something that everyone kind of really wants to strive for. And so yeah, I got to see his house, got to see what he could do, and he kind of told us what he would change, and we were able to then not make the same mistakes. Ability New Brunswick services are very key because they have the connections. You know, they know the people that can set up the appointments for you to go visit their house. They know who you can go to talk to see what they have done. You know, they know what heights or what measurement you might want to do for having your clearances for your knees when you're going under the table, distances for the ramps and things like that. They've got the connections, they have a lot of the know-how. That's what you need. When the contractor was building the stairwell, he kind of just ran like he would normally. He forgot about the head clearance heights, So when they went to install my lift here, the lift actually could not go all the way down because it would hit their head. I'll kind of give you a little example. You'll notice behind me that my head clearance has been actually physically cut out so that I can go down and not bang my head. So there's not that much clearance in this spot. So they cut all here out. They had to cut my cross joints. And then, again, my hand's right against. So if you're tall, you wouldn't want to really be comfortable on this. And again, that's why it's very important for the contractor to always be remembering the changes that they need, because they're always used to building things a certain way. So when it comes time to making the adaptations, they kind of sometimes forget, and you really have to keep on top of that.
Justin Marshall, Ability New Brunswick, Fredericton.